Right, so this is the second test route in Chesterfield that I've done a video for. I'm actually pulled up on the left hand side outside the test centre at the moment. If you want to see me coming out of the test centre and turning right, you'd see me pass where I'm sat now, and I've got that in the first route that I did, so you can go back and have a look at that if you want to. Yes, this is the second route that I've done in Chesterfield. If you've watched the first one, you know that I don't know Chesterfield that well. I have a learner whose test is coming up here in the next few weeks and months, so I'm just doing some videos to help them learn the routes, really, because it's difficult for us to get over to Chesterfield in a 2-hour lesson, do any meaningful practice, and then return back home. So hopefully this helps them, and hopefully it helps anybody else as well. And if you are from Chesterfield, whether you're another ADI or whether you're a learner, and you look at these routes going, they don't look like the driving test routes that I've been practicing, please let me know. That'd be really helpful for me as much as anybody else. But as far as I can tell, as far as I can find out, these are going to cover at least some of the difficult roads and difficult roundabouts and commonly used areas for the test. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to move away from the side of the road here, and then at the end of the road we're going to be turning left. So as I move over, I'm preparing, I'm in gear at the bike point, I'm looking all around, 6-point check. No one's benefit from my signal really, so off I go. And at the end of the road I'm turning left. So I'm going to follow the shape of the curve around to the left hand side. Right, left, right, and I am away. The first thing we have if we turn left up Sheffield Road, which is where we are now, is a mini roundabout, and on this occasion we are continuing ahead of the mini roundabout, following the road ahead. So I'm looking to my right, nothing coming, off I go. Keeping out of the cycle lane if you can. If you do need to get into the cycle lane for any reason, you should always check your mirrors to make sure it's safe for you to enter. You're crossing a white line. Anytime you're going to cross a white line, you need to check your mirrors. Centre right mirror, out I go around parked cars. Coming down towards a roundabout. It's a relatively busy roundabout, but it's not too complicated. I'm going to be following the road ahead on this occasion, so that is the middle lane. So I'm through the middle lane now, slowing, coming down to second gear. Can I keep going? No, so down to first gear. Looking to my right hand side, off I go. As I pass the exit before mine, mirrors and signal, and then cancel the signal, because we've got these other turns towards Asda and the petrol station and so on. So we've got a bus with this right signal on, they're going to move away, so I'm just holding back, letting the bus get up to speed. The traffic lights were going ahead, past Chesterfield Football Club's ground, Spirites as they're known. That bus is pulling up again now, so again we're just holding back, giving ourselves some thinking and reacting time. I'm already checking my mirrors, especially because the car behind me is very close, so I know it's safe for me to go. Mirrors back in. We have shortly got a left-hand turn coming up. So we're getting past all these industrial exits, and we're taking the next road on the left, so it's mirrors and signal. Dropping down to second gear and getting off the clutch before the turn. Stand Road, this is called Stand Road. So we've left the test centre, followed the road ahead, down past the mini roundabout, past the roundabout with SO on it, past Chesterfield's ground, and then turn left down Stand Road. A couple of speed bumps. So try and keep your speed at a consistent level in between the speed bumps. That last speed bump was pretty comfortable at 20 miles an hour, so So that's where I am at the moment. This one still looks like it's going to be okay at 20. Yeah, barely felt it. Right, looks like we've got two roads pretty close together on the right hand side here. We're going to be taking the second of them. So as I pass the first, it's centre right mirrors and right signal, and then into the waiting area. Make sure you get all the way into the waiting area, both wheels in. My signal came off, so I've put it back on, peering around the white car. Because I can't see, I'm just waiting. There we go, it is clear. And off I go, up Racecourse Road. Lovely wide road, parked cars, but loads of space for me to get by between them. Centre right mirror check. Out around the pedestrians. And we're going right and then immediately right. So we've got a mini roundabout here. We're turning right at the mini roundabout. Past the garden with giraffes in it. Car coming from my right, so I'm just waiting to see where they're going. And then I'm away. Don't need to signal to leave the mini roundabout. And there we go, should be pretty obvious to you that we've got to turn right because we can't go ahead. It's a really funny looking junction. I'm just going to slow down so you can get a look at that. The lane has the giveaway lines to the right hand side, and then off we go down the one-way street occupation road. Warning sign ahead telling us that the road is no longer one way and we should now expect oncoming traffic. Any bend like this, keep to the left hand side. We know we should expect oncoming traffic. Don't cut the corner. And we're going to go ahead at the crossroads. Ahead. Can't see for the fence, so we're just making sure we can see both ways. I can see slightly better to my right than I can my left. There's nothing coming. I was at the crossroads way before that car that was coming towards us, and then we have a give way and we're turning left. So looking over my right shoulder, really, nothing coming. Off I go, and then left again down Park Lane. Remember, if you do go the wrong way on your driving test, as long as you do it safely, there's no faults. So that left turn that I had there down Park Lane, if you miss that, it's not the end of the world. Just don't signal, just carry on ahead. As long as you do it safely, there are no faults for going the wrong way on your driving test. Mirrors and out, mirrors and back in. A few opportunities for pulling up on the left hand side down these roads. At the end of the road we're turning right, mirrors, signal right, and then because this car's close to the junction we've got to tuck back in to make sure we're clear of anyone who wants to turn into the road, and point ourselves slightly back to the right hand side. So the hill as you turn right, so plenty of gas. Especially if you're in a small engine car like I am. Just a 1 litre petrol this one. At the end of the road we're turning left, and you, in my experience, which is not a great amount of experience in Chesterfield, you are going to get plenty of these hill starts at the end of roads because it is a really hilly place. Mini roundabout, we are going ahead, giving way to my right hand side. Off we go. I don't know if you noticed as I came up towards the end of the road a moment ago, there was a left turn right at the end. Right at the end. I didn't see that until I was already signalling. It's so close to the end of the road. I don't think I really could have waited until I was alongside it to put my signal on. So just be careful. If there is anyone emerging from that street, they could, and you've already got your signal on, they could maybe think that you're turning down it and they could set off. So just be mindful of that. going to go ahead, second exit. This is the roundabout that we came to earlier on. We're going ahead of the roundabout, second exit on this occasion. So it's the one with SO on the corner. So there are lanes. Just hold back a little bit. See the lane on the right is for a right only. Behind the van, there it is, look, is ahead and left. So we're going ahead, so we're in this lane. Waiting for our opportunity to go. Use that Range Rover as a little bit of a blocker. And off we go. Down towards the roundabout with the big Tesco's on it. So it's ahead at the moment, but at the roundabout I'm turning left, so I'm keeping in the left lane to go ahead. And as a general rule, that's a good idea. If you have the opportunity to use the left lane to go ahead, as a general rule, put my teeth back in, that's a pretty good idea. Use the left lane to go ahead if it's available. Right then, so at the roundabout, we're following the A61 towards Sheffield. That's left first exit. So keeping into the left-hand lane. It's okay for me to go past these cars, but I'm just keeping an eye on everybody, making sure no one wants to change lanes at the last minute. Staying inside my lane. And as soon as I'm sort of around that bend, getting up towards the speed limit, which at the moment's 40, and then now there it is, it's 70. You've never seen this road this clear. At the next roundabout, I'm going to be turning right. It's about half a mile. There was absolutely nothing behind me or ahead of me. It's like driving during COVID times again. There's the 300 yards marker. I'm going to get in that right hand lane now. So mirrors, signal, shoulder, and across we go. And I'm following the road B6050 towards Brimington. So I'm just going to leave my signal on. So come towards the roundabout, into the lane for the B6050. Nothing that's going to bother me coming from the right. So off I go. Now I'm just going to make sure I try and stay in the correct lane for the B6050. Left of these two lanes, still signalling right, making sure I'm in the left lane, and now signalling left. So I think I probably could have done a little bit better there, if I'm being honest. If you're used to that roundabout, I'm sure it's a little bit easier. As I came around to the right hand side, the markings were a bit faded. A lot of those numbers are B5, B6, 05s and so on, so they all look really similar. But for a moment I wasn't quite in the right place. I should have been a little bit further to the left hand side as I came across. And remember, you don't get any faults for going the wrong way as long as you do it safely. So if I had stayed in the right hand lane, missed my exit, as long as I've done it safely, it's okay. Vehicles. These bridges under railway lines can be quite narrow, so if there are oncoming vehicles, just be cautious. Also slowing down slightly for the speed bumps and for the narrow roads. That's 20 miles an hour I did that speed bump at, it was okay. So we're going to keep it at that speed now, over the speed bumps and just about okay in third gear at that speed on that hill. Our right of way, they should wait for us. And I'm being really careful of the bin men. Doing a solid job. Checking my mirrors before I come out, especially because the van behind me is really, really close. I don't have a rear facing camera, but if I did, you can see how close they are. I'm really conscious of how close they are, so I'm always keeping my eye on what they're doing, especially if I'm about to change my direction around a parked car. So there's a car coming up, I've backed off a little bit now. Roundabout coming up ahead, and we're going to turn right. So mirrors, signal, slowing, down to second gear, nothing coming from my right, make an attempt to get my front wheels around, and off we go. Narrow bit of road, turning left, and yep, we have another hill at the end of a junction. Well, this is an interesting one. So we've got some vehicles coming around from the right, kind of unseen, and then another junction joining opposite you as well. Hard to explain that one. Really, what can I see? You might be able to look up to find it. There's a pub on my left now called the Butcher's Arm. So if you can find that on your Google Maps or any other map service with Street View, you might be able to find the junction I'm talking about. So we're turning right at the end of the road. So I'm in a lane that goes right only, so not really any benefit to anyone from me signalling. And it's one way around here. So as I pull out, I'm going to go and get across into the left-hand lane and then follow it around to the right-hand side. And now I'm just going to keep looking at road markings to find out if I'm in the correct lane. This lane continues ahead, yeah it does. Just keeping plenty of distance between me and the vehicle in front, just to allow me some thinking time, especially because I don't know the area very well. This lane goes left and that's where I want to go. This is the junction we were at a minute ago. There you go. So Ark Tavern is another pub on the junction as well. So all the way around the one-way system there. Back on Chesterfield Road, the A619. Speed I can safely do at the moment, keeping my distance. We're picking up a little bit of speed now as we come down the hill. Just about got to 40 by the bottom of the hill. At the roundabout I'm turning left. So I'm crossing this line, so I'm mirrors. No, tell a lie, I am not crossing the line, this is not the roundabout. The next thing is the roundabout. Here we go. So it looks like there's a little lane to allow me to skirt around the roundabout. So I'm going to make sure I get across into that left lane early. By the time the lines start, I'm already across to the left, making it clear where I'm going. My signal isn't going to benefit anyone, so I don't have to stop. I always like a little look to my right to make sure there's no emergency vehicles or anything, but there was nothing there. And now because I'm going ahead I need the right lane, so my mirrors, signals, shoulder check, move across. At the roundabout, I'm going ahead. It's back towards the town centre. It says town centre on the road. It said town centre on the line, on the sign. It says town centre on the road. It's got an ahead arrow. I know I'm in the right place. Leaving a safe distance between me and the car in front. I don't know if you saw that taxi, how fast they came down that left lane there towards the motorbike. But I ride a motorbike as well, and I hate it when cars come that fast towards me. Never know if they've seen you or not. Try and keep in the lane for the town centre, checking my mirrors, make sure there's no reason why I can't continue into my lane. I think I did that correctly there, but it's just worth always checking. If you saw the white van in front, they changed lanes, so it's worth checking no one else around is doing the same thing. Even if you're getting it correct, it's not your fault, but it is your problem. And we're on the home stretch back to the test centre, so mirrors, signal left to cross this white line into the left only lane. I'll leave my signal on, might help some people coming out of the road to our left. Cancel my signal now so we don't cause any confusion. Situational awareness here. The vehicles in the road in front of me are waiting to turn right. So if I just slow down, I can let that vehicle past. They can get out of the way, and off we go. We can see the spire of the church on the right hand side that tells me we're nearly at the mini roundabout outside the church. Once we're over the mini roundabout, there's a builder's merchant on the right, and then it's a right turn back into the test centre. So, can't see through the bus, so just making sure none of these guys are going to bother me. They're not. Off I go. Someone's got to go first. Past the builder's merchant, centre right mirror check, right signal, into the waiting area, come down to second gear, look up the new road, turn in. And that's it, we're back at the test centre again. So we're just going to go steady up, I'm going to turn back into the test centre this time. Centre left mirrors, left signal. At the end of your test, usually the examiner's going to say something like, just park in one of these bays, or just park up somewhere, one of these bays, forward, reverse. You're not being tested on that. You've probably done your manoeuvre, unless you are doing your manoeuvre at the end of the test, but most of the time you've done it on the test. Not impossible to get your manoeuvre back at the test centre. And that is the end of route number 2. So if you are finding these helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. You'll get any updates, any short videos I do, any new test routes I upload. You'll get those notifications for those straight away.